Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years. We'll go in depth, but we won't repeat everything on the RSI website. We will link to multiple sources of information, either in the description or in the comments. And remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, they are imagine necessary. We are still at the Aopoa manufacturer, but we have reached our last ship with this manufacturer. Our final ship is the Aopoa Khartu-Al, and it has 0 variants. For the price, the Kartu-Al, as of 3.22A, is $170 standalone, $170 warbond, and was $140 at concept. In-game cost is about $2.1 million, and the in-game 3-day rental price is unknown. This ship is available only during time-limited sales. This ship cannot currently be rented in-game. A quick note, the in-game prices are scheduled to change drastically with the incoming quarterly patch 3.23, so until that releases, I will say take every in-game ship price with a grain of salt. The Zeon Aopoa Corporation manufactures an export model of the Khartu, the Kartu-Al, for sale to human civilians. The export model features the same Zeon maneuvering rig, but control surfaces modified for human use and more limited armament. The most maneuverable ship in the game.
Help is on the way, dear! This is terrifying! Help is on the way! One more time, dear.
Steve, seriously, the Heimlich maneuver, we're talking about spaceships. Come on, man. This is... For measurements, the Kartu-Al has a length of 32 meters, a beam of 13.5, a height of 8.75, and it is a medium ship, even though it's listed as a small. CIG, please fix this ship matrix. This is wild. Its minimum crew is 1 and its maximum crew is 1. It can carry 0 SCU. The Kartu-Al has a top SCM speed of 224, which is way above average, and a max speed of 1323, which is like 8th best in the entire game. In its medium class, it is the fastest ship in its class in both SCM and nav mode. For maneuverability, it has the best maneuverability in the entire game, as of 3.22A at least. Only vehicles have better maneuverability. Considering how much speed it has, that is a bit insane. For weapons, the Kartu-Al has 2 size 4 weapon hardpoints and no missiles. For ship parts, the Kartu-Al has 1 small radar, 1 small computer, 2 small power plants, 4 small coolers, 2 small shield generators, even though it lists 1 medium, 4 small fuel intakes, 4 small fuel tanks, 1 small quantum drive, 1 small jump module, and 1 small quantum fuel tank. The hull HP for the Kartu-Al is 14,640, which is about average overall. For its medium class, it's way below average. The shields on the Kartu-Al are force wall shields, military grade B. These are front back type shields. Actually, no, they're bubble type shields. The HP is 3,300 total and regen rate is 303 HP per second. The quantum stats, the Kartu-Al, it takes about 4 minutes to go 20 million kilometers and maxes out its range at about 64.3 million kilometers. What does that mean? You can travel from Hurston to Crusader in about 5.5 minutes, or from Microtech to ArcCorp in about 9 minutes. You just won't make it very fast because it's fairly slow at quantum speed. The claim time for the Kartu-Al is about 5 minutes, expedite is about 2 minutes, and the expedited fee is about 2,500 credits. For special features and amenities, the Kartu-Al, well, it doesn't really have any, but it has some really cool looking Xeon tech controls in the cockpit, the same as the Santak Yai. It looks like a transformer when it goes into flight mode, same as the Santak Yai, and it has the really unique sound when you're flying it. Now it's time to rate that ship. I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only by if you have a unique reason that is specific to you or because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, the ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below and make my day, and just leave smiley faces.
Go ahead. Make my day.
My rating for this ship overall is a 7. Let's start with what I like about this ship. If the Santak Yai is about speed, this ship is about maneuvering. I love how easy it is to get around in this thing. And surprisingly, it's not slow either. It is a very fast ship. It's probably my favorite ship to fly in the game, just because it moves like butter and looks really cool in the sky. I think I would immediately replace those lasers with ballistic Gatlings because you shouldn't be fighting in this thing that much because it's a scout. But if you do get in a fight, you need to make the target break from combat so you can escape. not stand and fight, unless you just got that dog in you. Now what its issues are, it's absolutely made of glass. Less so than the Santok Yai, depending on how you look at it. So it's a bit tougher as far as hull HP, but it flies less stable when the wings are shot off. The Santok Yai can still kind of fly okay, but this one not as great. It's still not something you want to stay and fight with because its lack of missiles and limited number of guns, but at the same time, I understand why it comes with the limited guns and missiles, because it would probably be too good if it had all that speed, maneuverability, ability to fight, and it had tough hull HP. So why is it a 7? Well, it beats out its sister, the Santok Yai, because this one happens to be correctly priced. The Santok Yai is a little bit expensive. Well, at least if you got it at concept for 140, but if you paid a little bit more, it's still okay, just not as great. But it's fairly easy to get a CCU to this ship, so you shouldn't have a problem getting it for that 140 price even now. However, it's still a fighter, no matter how much I like it, and thus it has limited role as pretty much just any other scout ship, though you could pull off some low-level bounties with this ship. However, with that gimbal degradation, when it goes away, this ship will be solid in a dogfight when it can put on some size 4s, because fixed gimbal doesn't matter. This thing's maneuverability will make it to where that doesn't even matter. So how would I fix this ship? I would upgrade the quantum drive to a Class B stock, but that's about it. Besides my normal thing where I say every ship should have at least 1 SCU of cargo, and maybe you can add a little bit better flight capability when the wings are shot off, but yeah, not much to fix on this one. So who is this ship for? It seems to me to be for the dogfighter who likes to be hard to catch and hard to hit. This is the Muhammad Ali of ships, where it works best if you move like a butterfly and sting like a bee, or stick and move like they say in boxing. As the most maneuverable ship in the game, you should never be sitting still in this thing. Always be on the move, and because you can move so well, your shots should be very accurate. This is one of the few ships that you can run with scatter guns if you prefer to be up close for a fight. But I suggest the Gatlings just because of the better range and the ability to make your opponent break off. Just make sure you set all shields to front on this thing, because those wings will break. I imagine using this ship as an upgrade from my Arrow when I no longer need to transport my ships between systems. It's a ship I will use to fly within a system from planet to planet, checking in on all my bases, and also the ship is great when used in a group because it basically can act like a group of wasps stinging the crap out of any ship that has the unfortunate circumstance of being surrounded by them. I still think the Arrow is a better deal for the price, and the Talon gives this a run for the value as well, but I honestly can't think of many combat ships that fit their role as well as the Kartu-Al. I will say this though, it has the same issues as the Santok Yai in that it doesn't like getting hit, except again, the Santok Yai is better at it and will be drastically diminished in usability if it gets hit. If those wings come off of this thing, it is much less useful, so you have to really practice on not getting hit if you're gonna take a Kartu-Al out. This thing lights up also on the cross-section screen, so it is also definitely not a stealthy scout ship. I know you're here for R rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you, or even better, all ships can be earned in-game once the game releases, and some you can purchase in-game right now. These are just R ratings, but when you spend it, it's your money. My opinion, if I got the Kartu-Al at 140 or lower, I would keep the Kartu-Al, but if I can't get this for that cheap, I would probably go with the Talon if I could get that for cheaper than its stock price. But if I had to buy both at their actual price, I would get the Kartu-Al. The Kartu-Al isn't bad on the price. I'll just note that this is not a beginner ship. You need to practice with this ship a lot, and I mean a lot, to be effective at using it. It is for veteran dogfighters, but if you learn how to use it, it's a beast and a worthy addition to any fleet. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for spending your time with us. Peace.